What is up, guys? Karl Schuckert back here again with the secretnftgroup.com. Again, that's secretnftgroup.com. On today's episode of Apeing Shill, this is a new series that I'm running. Hopefully be doing these every single week, so you want to make sure you come back. But basically, I'm going to be reviewing a lot of different projects that are out there, and not just, one project by itself, but we're going to be looking at multiple projects on today's call. Sometimes I'll dive deep into one project, explain how it works, and hopefully it makes a lot of sense to you, at least gives you enough information to make an educated decision if this is something for you. But today we're going to actually focus on a multitude of different projects that have either just released, are on the secondary market, or are about to release on today's call. So it's very time specific on this video today. Now, before I jump into it, again, this is part of the secretnftgroup.com. Again, it's secretnftgroup.com. You can go there for free. You can get access to all of our training videos if you're new to the space. Not only that, but we want to help educate you so that way you can prevent yourself from being in any rug pulls that could potentially happen, and really protect yourself from predators. There's a lot of scams out there, and you really need to know what to look for. We dive deep into that, and then we also help educate you on ways to flip NFTs for massive profits. Of course, there could be big losses, and I do want to leave the disclaimer that this industry and this business literally could be a tulip mania. What that means is that even though it's high or it looks good right now, even though we are currently inside of a dip, but that's just how the crypto industry works. It goes up, it goes down. It's incredibly risky. And if you are going to invest any money into this, make sure that you invest into projects that are very sound, but also make sure that you use money that you could afford to lose. It's like going to the casino. You're going to play blackjack, you lose money, you walk out, you lost some money. But if you win money and you know when to walk out, you make money, okay? So I want to leave you with that disclaimer. Also, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. What I am doing is I'm documenting my experience, my journey, and I'm sharing it with you guys so that way hopefully you can make a good decision if this is for you or not. And that's really it, okay? It is novelty, it is entertainment, and by no ways you shouldn't listen to me. I am not your guru crypto punk, all right? All right, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to be diving in, like I said, today's call into some multiple different projects that I've been keeping an eye on. And also, too, I'm studying this stuff like 24 hours a day, it seems like. And so you're going to have the opportunity to get the knowledge of what is Karl looking at right now, what is he considering, and what is he considering as a good opportunity, and some that aren't, okay? And so that's really what I want to get into today's call. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing I want to look at today is called the Cosmic Lab, or Cosmic Ducks, okay? We're going to jump into it. This was a new launch that just happened. It really has that feeling of CyberCon's Kongz. Make sure I say that right. But it really has that feeling, the way that they launched it. They first came out with Genesis, and you can kind of see right here. Let's see if I can blow the screen up a little bit. So what they did is they first announced the Cosmic Genesis, and they dropped out 1,000, and then they had multiple drops. They had drops, the first drop total of 8,000 total on there, okay? There's a couple things here that I may not completely understand, so I might get a couple of things wrong, but overall, it's a really great project that I can see that is definitely up and coming, and we're going to look at it in even more detail right now, okay? So each Cosmic NFT will produce Cosmic tokens every day earned by staking. Okay, and I've mentioned this in an earlier video where I was looking at crypto zombies as a great opportunity as well. And in fact, I've already even cashed out on those, so I know that they actually work. But Cosmic is a utility token that fuels the CosmicLabs ecosystem. It is not an investment and has no economic value. They have to put that there because they don't want to claim that they are a security token, and they don't want to be regulated by any security means whatsoever. So they need to say this. It doesn't mean that you can't cash these out for actual monetary value, but I probably it's better not to exactly explain that. But what I will explain is that they do allow staking. So right away you can start staking, and what's really, really neat about any of these projects that do have staking and are popular, I should say, because some of them are definitely going to fail. The fact that they have staking is big, but it also is going beyond just the regular PFP, beyond just an image or a PDF. It's actually creating some kind of utility for the holders and giving holders reasons to stake their tokens inside of their basically their meta space here right now. And so we're looking at their lab right now, and they have a space for the Genesis. And obviously, if you wanted to buy a Genesis, you'd have to buy it on the secondary market, which we'll show you in just a second. But if you wanted to buy one of these, there's only 1,000 of them available. They do actually produce more tokens for these ones than they do for the Cosmic Ducks. Okay, so there's two different kinds: 8,000 in the Cosmic Ducks, and obviously 1,000 in the Genesis. There's two different areas that you have to stake for those, depending on which ones that you own. Okay, now they did just release this Cosmic Lab roadmap. Okay, and in the roadmap, they're basically going to explain what is going to come. So you basically have this ticket. So you have the launch Cosmic Shop or Cosmic Lab. This is a shop that will include items such as Cosmic merch, vending machine, breeding generators, raffle tokens, and Cosmic utility tokens. So you'll use Cosmic utility tokens to get access to these. Now, think about this for a second. Some of these things could actually turn into monetary gains. So one of them could be the breeding generators, okay? So if you were to breed one of your Genesis Kongs or one of your Cosmic Ducks, you might end up with another NFT that will have a great future value, or it could have a not so great future value. However, you'd need to have the Cosmic utility tokens in order to get them. So it is requiring you to stake whatever NFT that you have to do this. Now, in some instances, they are going to require you to stake more than one. So they might want you to have one Cosmic Genesis and one Cosmic Duck, or they might want to let you have two Cosmic Ducks and one Cosmic Genesis individually. Okay, so it'd be like two here or one of these in order to get one of these. Okay, now the next thing that they just surpassed is the Genesis Alpha, Cosmic Alpha, Baby Alpha, launching Cosmic Alpha channels, 3 tiers. So everyone must stay in the Baby Alpha and work their way up to unlock Cosmic utility tokens. So they are creating sort of a contest that's going to require you to level up in order for you to earn the actual Cosmic token in this space. Now, I believe one of the things might be is staking a multitude of these and not just one. Okay, now they are working in this sphere currently. I believe this is kind of where they're at now, or they're going to be right here soon. Then they're going to come into this next one, which is buy Sandbox land and begin development. This is huge, guys, because Sandbox is a huge metaverse virtual reality land. And once they sell that, I'm not really sure if they're going to open more land after that. It's sort of like online real estate, and there's already a ton of projects there, including Crypto Zombies, that just announced recently that they've actually already purchased land, which is the one I talked about last week, okay? But on here, they're going to be doing sort of the same thing. They're going to buy land, and they're using what's called a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, and they're allowing us to make decisions on which one that they want to do. Then they're going to release Roadmap 2.0, Cosmic Malibu Meetup, after 10 ETH floor on Genesis. So look at this right here. They are believing that they're going to get to a 10 plus ETH floor just on their Genesis packs. So even if you can't afford a Genesis pack right now, just the fact that they're going to be really grinding to get to this goal. Same thing with Cosmic Ducks. It's going to automatically make these Cosmic Ducks even more valuable as well. Of course, there is a supply shock with the Cosmic Genesis, especially when people start staking them and there becomes less and less available on the market. Now, the last thing here is they're going to launch their Genesis breeding Cosmic Fusion, beginning a VX collection and metaverse implementation. The VX collection will be built specifically for use in the sandbox use, and we believe the metaverse will continue to grow in years to come. One of our biggest goals is to build as much as possible on the sandbox. So really, really cool project. A lot of future case use. I could see they put a lot of work on just even making this image here pop out. They're also doxed. They're actually sharing with who these people are. They're actually sharing. You could find Priscilla Corona on Twitter or on Instagram, Ager Castellanos. So they're really they're upfront. They're saying about who they are, and it just seems like a really cool project overall. Now let's just look really quickly on the Cosmic Lab. Right now, currently they are 0.1 for these ducks, okay, the Cosmic Ducks. And if you want to look at the floor, you just click on the floor rate right there, and it would basically load up. Now, I believe I already have the floor loaded up, but currently the very lowest price one is 0.0999. Actually, it just went down 0.0999. 0.98. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping an eye on these. I haven't actually purchased one yet, but I'm planning on purchasing one because I really like their roadmap, and it seems like they have a lot going on. So you look at this now. If you wanted to see what would the cost be for some of the Genesis ducks, so there's only 1,000, remember? So I want to look at what the total is there. So let's go ahead and let that load up. Take a second here. Okay, so the very lowest priced one is already at 1 ETH. This is a project that literally just launched about a week ago, within a week ago. And so that's very promising right here. So they immediately are already valued at over 1 ETH at the floor. That doesn't include any of their more rare items, and they're really cool as they get bigger. And they all have this sort of movable gift feature, which kind of makes them also a bit unique. I like them. I think they look cool. They have that sup duck again, that CyberKongz kind of feel, but I think the graphics are even better, especially compared to CyberKongz. Now let me let go of this, and I just want to see what is the total amount that is currently for sale. So we're gonna let that load up. Okay, there it goes. So there's 1,581. So there's quite a bit on the secondary currently. Okay, so we know that this is going to change though as this group continues to build. I definitely see this as a potential long-term hold for a lot of people. Potentially this could even become a blue chip. It definitely has sort of that appeal. Of course, on the other end, this whole market could crash and we could lose all of our money. I don't think we'll lose all of it, but interest could change. All that stuff can change. But the fact is that they're adapting into the future of NFTs, which will be VR, and we'll have case uses there as they continue to grow the business and they continue to grow the roadmap. Now, I do want to go to their website really quickly and look at some of their frequently asked questions and just kind of get a good feel for that for you guys before I move on to the next one. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to kind of start at the beginning here. This you could see was October 21st when they first announced this. That's when the Genesis ducks launched. They were at 0.05. Think about that, guys. If you would have got in on this one early, 0.05 would equal 1 ETH for every single one that you were able to get in on. Now, usually with these that are smaller, it's usually a whitelist only. Sometimes it'll be a small public mint after that, but sometimes it's almost impossible to get them with the gas prices. How many Genesis ducks can I mint? It says you can do up to 4 per wallet. So they gave you an opportunity to buy up to 4 for literally 0.2 ETH, which is nothing. And then that would be worth 4 ETH currently. So very small investment to get in if you would have caught this one. How many cosmic tokens do Cosmic Genesis earn? Well, Genesis ducks can earn 248 tokens on the initial mint. And so you have to be part of the initial mint in order to get that. And then also you get 20 per day. Again, that's on the Genesis side. And then it says, what's the difference between a Cosmic Genesis and a Cosmic Duck? Well, Genesis are limited to 1,000, the other one's a larger size. So we're going to go into the larger size, which is the Cosmic Duck. So only 8,000 were made. And how many does each Cosmic Duck cost? And what is the total supply? Well, each duck will mint at 0.05. And the total supply will be at 8,000. And how much Cosmic Ducks can I mint? Well, they allowed you to mint a lot more. So they allowed you to mint up to 20. Right now, I would say the value of these isn't as great as the Genesis, just because they're selling on the floor at 0.1. However, you could have gotten one of the more rare items if you're looking to flip and sell. However, I think this is more of a long-term hold. If you look at what the Genesis Kongz are doing, then you're going to see, they actually have 3 different types of NFTs that you can purchase, and they are not cheap whatsoever. So how many tokens can you earn? So each one can earn 70 tokens on the initial mint, and then after that, they are 5 a day. So you can see the difference is between 5 and 20. It's kind of a significant difference. So you'd want to buy you would want to have at least 4 of these to match this in staking rewards. Again, though, this is built, and it seems like it's made in order to make you to want to stake and buy more, which is perfect for any long-term hold, I believe. Okay. So a few other things that came up on here for questions, it looks like. So there will be a Genesis control channel. Yes, there will be a Genesis channel. When roadmap, they already got the roadmap at. When airdrop, so they had an airdrop, obviously, for Genesis holders as well. When Cosmic Shop, so yeah, when airdrop, this was recently. This was a few days ago. So they all got an airdrop. And they did their snapshot already, so we kind of missed out on that. when Cosmic Shop will begin development next week. So at this point, they started this so far, and CosmicLabs NFT.eth. That's their community wallet if you ever want to look into it just to see what they're doing. Now let's look at a couple other things. I want to see what links they currently have and what exactly projects are people getting a piece of. Okay, so I don't see any like fractional thing in here at all. So that could be something that I would find as a little bit of a concern, as you know, I would rather get into projects that have some sort of value there. And that's one thing I'm seeing missing currently is I'm not seeing what the utility is exactly. Of course, they tell us the utility is only things that you can purchase on their lab or inside of their marketplace that is yet to come out. And so we're going to just have to take a guess on that, if that's something that's going to happen or not when it comes to purchasing one of these. For me, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a little bit. If these come down to about 0.05, which is the mint price, I'm probably going to snag a few of these up, potentially even the Genesis. They could literally have an update very soon or an announcement very soon that could change the whole thing. Of course, this is a very new project, so that's one thing you want to be careful with, but it's a very new project and they already have tons of volume already happening. Look, over 2.1 thousand ETH has already traded so far on such a new project. So again, I'm keeping an eye on this one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay guys, so the next one I'm going to look at here is called Panda Paradise, and we're really just getting into these DAO projects mainly for today's call. Of course, we're going to be going over a few more, so make sure you pay attention. But this one here, the Panda Paradise, looks really, really cool. Pandas invade metaverse, fractionalizing and staking, okay? Really cool cause here, really cool thing that they're doing here. Pandas believe paradise should have great food. Pandas have united together to obtain Cyber Kong Genesis to turn their bananas into bamboo. Every Kong added to the vault is fractionalized for the DAO, and also the cloning minting machine. So this is kind of cool. They're actually creating a cloning minting machine. Now, this is already sold out. So we've already created our pandas. There was a total of 8,888. And that's the total number currently. Panda's ultimate utility. Panda Paradise is a collection of 8,888 unique, randomly generated panda humanoid adventures on the Ethereum blockchain as ERC-721 NFTs. Every Panda Paradise NFT is unique and programmatically generated for over 180 possibilities. Now, I'm not going to get too far into this, but you could see that this mint already happened. Luckily, I do own these, so I do want to be upfront and tell you guys that I do own a couple of these. It just because it made a lot of sense, and I was able to get in during the actual minting. Their minting didn't mint super fast, so I was able to save gas, which was kind of nice, and they did finally fill up their minting, and so they did. It was at 0.04 ETH, so it seemed like a pretty good deal at the time. Still, we're in a dip of the market, so I still think this is a huge opportunity, which we'll get into in just a second. They did give away a car, a Tesla, lots of cool stuff that they went into. I mean, it just seems like such a cool project overall. The website looks nice, and they got a future plan. They've got a really great roadmap, which we'll kind of start talking about here. And these are just sort of the FAQs, so we can talk about these. What is a Panda Paradise? Panda Paradise is randomly generated NFT, basically 8,888. How do I purchase Panda? Well, you're going to have to now purchase them on OpenSeas. When did the launch happen? It started October 15th. It minted out. It took a good week and a half to 2 weeks to mint out. There was 88 secret pandas, and that will be airdropped to people who are holding. I'm holding 2, so hopefully we'll get those out as soon as possible. That's kind of really about it. Do we own commercial rights? What happens on the secondary market? Royalties. So this is really important. We believe that our holders deserve the best, and that's why 50% of the royalties the secondary sells will go to the Panda holders at the end of each month through various charities, special gifts, raffles, and from our community DAO wallet. Panda holders will vote on which prizes or giveaways and which charities to donate to. In this way, our goal is to keep everyone actively involved with the project and hyped about the future developments. Royalties will be set at 3% for secondary rates, not including OpenSea platform's 2.5%. So they're keeping them pretty low. And it's just, again, it's a cool project. This is kind of one thing I'm a little bit concerned of. Again, when I see things that I'm concerned with, I'll tell you about them. But this seems kind of low to me, especially if you want to build value in this project. And I don't think that people have a problem with paying up to 10%. Now, if you go over that, then that's a little bit of an issue, but up to 10% seems about fair. And it seems about right, especially if you're going to be reinvesting certain royalties back into the DAO itself, okay? So here they are right here. Right now, the floor is really right above the mint price. So it is probably a pretty good opportunity. Again, we are in a flat market right now, a little bit of a boring market, but it is a pretty good opportunity because if you look at this, there's 8,888 they're going to round up. There's only 759 currently. That means that most of the people are holding. Now, we haven't had the opportunity to start staking these yet. And of course, as soon as that happens, I think that there's going to be more of a supply shock at that point. But that just means that most people are holding strong and they're waiting. Of course, there's a lot of paper hands. And to me, when there's a lot of paper hands already starting to hit the market, this is where opportunities are going to start lying and where you want to snipe some of these up before this goes up, okay? This is more of a long-term hold for me. Of course, the price could go lower as well. So it's a good one to watch. Let's go look at their website real quickly. So they have a vault. You can see inside their vault here, they have their votes. You have to be an owner in order to do your voting. And also they have their website, their vault right here. So I guess I could go look and see what their vault is. It doesn't look like the fractionalized vault is set up yet. I'm sure that they will. I mean, again, this is risky, right? I want to make sure I keep iterating, guys. I'm going to be the one guy on the internet that tells you that this is risky as hell, okay? But as fun as can be, and it can be super rewarding. Anything that's high risk can also be very rewarding. So cool, you can see what they purchased. This they probably didn't purchase. Someone just put it in their wallet. That can happen. But you can see they first bought a CyberKong, which sold for 100 ETH. Then they bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club, which was part of the Mutant Ape Yacht Club, for 36.4 ETH. Then they bought these Cryptodes. Then they bought some Kaiju Kings. Then they also bought the Divine Anarchies that just came out recently as well. And so they're kind of buying these up, including a Cool Cat. The one thing, again, another thing that I'm not totally keen about with this project is that they're not really doing the voting part as much. So usually when you're in a DAO, they're going to do some kind of voting for it with you. And they really haven't been doing that. They're like, hey, I will update this thread of the DAO Vault NFT purchases. They're just like, yeah, we just bought these ones. We just bought these ones. They're not really leaving it up to the group on what exactly the group wants to focus on. And that, to me, seems a little bit of a concern as well when it comes to this project, okay? So I do want to put that out there so you guys know what my concerns are. Bamboo info. Going into the Bamboo info, this is where they're going to explain. So right now we're kind of in the beginning of these. The first 888 were actually considered Genesis. Anything after that was called Legendary. And that's going to be the difference of how much that you're going to be able to collect on a daily basis. They're basically saying 108 Bamboo times 360 times 10 years, $350 million that they're going to spread out. 350 million is going to be the number, not necessarily dollars, the number of bamboo that they're going to give away. Legendary pandas, there was only 9 of those. They're doing sort of the same thing. And then all other pandas will be getting 100 bamboo will be sent out times 10, okay? So let's even break this down even further. It says our NFT has been fractionalized to create the 2.3 billion bamboo tokens, which can be earned throughout staking and participating in an LP provider. So basically, you're going to be able to stake your NFTs, and you're going to be able to earn some of this 3.2 billion bamboo tokens, which will be also available to you, which will be liquid pool providers as well. Sometimes you can make more of this, but you have to have an NFT staked in order to participate in this. And not only that, but if they're having future airdrops, which it looks like it, you need to have most likely multiple NFT stakes in order to get and participate in that. Let's continue to go through here. So it also says the DAO will always have controlling interest of 51%, so that no one would ever be able to overtake the DAO by any more than 49% would be the highest that we as a group would have. 180 million bamboo tokens, just trying to see what you get per day. Is a gamified token that will be represent fractionalized vault, blue chip NFTs. So yeah, we kind of explained what that is. And by the way, too, it's always a good idea to go and join some of these Discords as well. You can find the Discord channels if you go to the collection and you look up here. So up here, you're going to see Twitter, Instagram, Medium, Discord, websites. They've got a lot going on. Not everyone always has all of those up there, but that's how you'd be able to find those. And I'm just not seeing exactly how many you're going to get per day, but you could say maybe between 10 and 20. I thought it was 10, but I could be wrong, or they just haven't exactly announced it. Maybe it's 100. This could be per panda. So maybe that's what it is, 100 per day times 10 years. That's probably what they're going to do, is they're going to give you 100 based off what I can see. So you get a lot of bamboo, but these bamboo might not be worth that much as a total thing, again, spread out over 10 years. So that's going to take a long time before they run out of tokens. And that's when it's completely purchased anyway. That doesn't mean that trading is going to stop. That doesn't mean that airdrops are going to stop. That doesn't mean that the metaverse and all the activities that's going to be happening in there is going to stop. In 10 years from now, it's going to be pretty amazing to actually see where all of this goes. But I'm not seeing exactly where it says. I'm now guessing that it's 100, which is kind of cool to think about. And that's where that's going, okay? So again, I like this project. Again, it's more of a long-term hold, not necessarily a flip at this moment. But, you know, I definitely would I'm not going to say recommending it, but I'd say it's definitely part of my Apeing Shill. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next one. Okay, so in this one, I'm going to go into the Baby Yoda NFTs. I thought these ones are really cool. I'm doing pretty good with a lot of my Solana calls recently. I like this one a lot, and I'm going to get into it in just a little bit, but let's talk about the site. Who doesn't like Baby Yoda, first off? I mean, they're always cute, cuddly, and they can be mean when they need to be, but more or less, they're hungry, and we want to make sure to feed them. So the first thing that stuck out for me was the fact that not only was it on Solana, so there's literally no gas fees, but also that there's only 3,500 total. So there's a scarce amount of 3.5 thousand in collection. They did a 1,000 airdrop to Galaxy Koalas. These were people who already owned a certain NFT. And then they only did a public mint on Magic Eden's launchpad of 2,500. And they did this at 0.35 SOL. Now, I think the opportunity is actually really great right now because their floor is right about where their mint price was because of paper hands. On top of that, you've got the DAO for community management, and they're basically said that they're going to reinvest, I think, 50% of the royalties back into the DAO as a community. I don't know too much about this, but I'm going to break down as much as we can and just talk about this one, okay? I just like it. And I'll also talk about some of the other ones I've been looking at. So right here, you can see the floor is really right at the mint price. The mint price was 0.35. So right now you could cop some of these up. Now, of course, you might want to look for some that are more rare when you go into this, and you'd have to go to the rarity tool that you can look at. It does show that inside of their site. But this is Magic Eden, and I have to say, Magic Eden is really coming after Solana art pretty heavily. They are definitely doing a lot of volume. If you just look on this one already, it has over 760 Solana have been traded on more of a lower ticket, so that's pretty great. If you go to activity, you can see that they're definitely trading decently. And it definitely is going to pick up, especially as this one builds their DAO a little bit more. But they're definitely picked up. They're definitely selling, you know, a decent amount. And you can kind of see. This one did just launch yesterday, by the way. So for only launching in one day, it's not too bad. And you can see their average sell price is about half of a Solana, so about 120 bucks. For the middle tier. But like I said, you could just cop up a couple of these on the floor and just hold these for literally the next month or so. And I see these definitely going up. Of course, they might go a little bit lower, but who knows? I would guess, again, this is a guesstimate, that's going to go higher because we're going to shake out a lot of these paper hands, and we're going to shake out a lot of these listed. You can see that there's 992 currently listed. I think we're going to see something down to at least 200, maybe even 100, which is where something magical is going to happen with this when staking becomes available. So let's go ahead and look in their Discord. You can see that, you know, they did a pretty good job on the launch. They got connected with Magic Eden and their launchpad, which I thought was pretty smart. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be available on other marketplaces. I'm sure that that will happen in the near future as well. So you could see the update. They're going to have a Yoda token, and we could see that is coming. Okay, so coming next week. News like this will definitely pump the price and will get people to want to hold on to them rather than shaking them out. And really, at this price, I think it's almost kind of stupid to even just try to sell it to try to break even because you want to go into something else. I think that's the problem, is that people buy in with FOMO and then they panic sell out thinking that some of these projects are just going to die out. Okay, and it's true, some will, but you can't have that investor's mindset going into these. So you can see create art metadata. So I kind of went through this DAO for community management votes. I like this about it, and also they're going to use it to sweep floors. To me, I'm not a huge fan about sweeping floors. I mean, it's cool because it helps, but I'm not a huge fan of that because I think it's up to the community to build the value of the NFT and not necessarily the project. The project should do what they're going to do, what they promise they're going to do. So again, this is one thing that kind of sticks out for me that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's something that has yet to happen yet. They're going to do some video marketing with some memes and some viral partnerships with other NFT projects, some airdrops with Baby Yoda NFT holders, merchandise shop, town hall meetings, all kinds of cool stuff coming up. Let's see, let's go to the announcement section. Yeah, so they basically just had this announcement basically just saying Yoda tokens coming to Baby Yoda as soul holders. We wonder what it will bring. So there's kind of giving you a teaser on what's going on. As far as anything that's come out, there will be 5. They had some duplicates, they fixed it. So not a lot of information yet on this one. It just has that sort of look and feel. And so if you guys are a part of, by the way, if you're a part of, hey guys, so if you're a part of my group, my secret NFT group, you can go to secretnft.com to become a group member. It's free to join. But if you're a member of a group, there's certain things that I'm not actually showing you guys on this Apeing Shill Show because I just haven't yet. One of them was this one that came out that did their own staking. And when I saw this, I was like, this could be an easy flip. So what did I do? I went out and I bought some of these. Here's one that I bought a little bit above 0.25. I think it actually shows you right here. I bought it at 0.33 and I sold it at 0.99. And so those ones are doing pretty good. Here's another one that I bought. You can see it at right here. I bought it at 0.4, sold it at 0.98. And these are actually have gone up even more since then. Let's look at a couple of other ones. Here's another one that I bought. I bought this one at I think 0.07 something. Let's see here, 0.069, and I sold it at 3.1 Solana. So that was a nice one. And these actually continued to go up. So I actually sold them early. But the way I look at it is you're never going to get the top of the tops. You're never going to get the low of the lows. And as long as you're making a profit, that's where you should look at, period. Just look at a profit. Now, I bought more of these things. So I'm definitely holding on to more because I've already made my money. And right now I'm just riding on free money with some of these. Okay. So let's go ahead and get back. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one that I'm looking at. Okay, so the next one I'm looking at here are called Guardians, and these ones already launched as well. The art is actually pretty spectacular. They've got a really great roadmap, and also the community, the people who started it, they've doxed themselves as well. They seem to be pretty simple to get a hold of. This guy right here, you can get a hold of him directly on Twitter. Same with Yellow, which you'll find him very active, and I think he's basically one of the founders. You can find him here as well. Same with this guy as well. So they've doxed themselves, which I think is great. The art is phenomenally cool. The artist is amazing. It's 3-dimensional. And I'm going to show you what some of these look like, and I'm going to tell you why I'm excited about this one as well. And not only that, but I think it's a good price to get in here very, very soon. Currently, they only have, they decided to do 3,333 as a total number. They had 8,888 originally, but because they didn't build community at first, which seems to be a problem with some of these guys, and it doesn't mean that the project is bad. It just means that they don't know marketing that well. And so that's where I think they fell short. I even mentioned it to them inside the Discord. I said, hey, you might want to postpone this launch until you build your community first. And they kind of said, no, our community was built organically and we're going to do just fine. And I was like, okay, then fine. Don't listen to me. I might know a thing or two about marketing. So that's kind of why I wanted to tell them that. I actually told it to them a few times, but they kind of blew me off there. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I like the project a lot. and I see that it could potentially have a good future. But what I really like is this number right here. This number means that there's a lot of scarcity in this project. Besides all the paper hands letting go of their guardians at half the price that they paid for them, which is a tragedy for them, because I have a feeling that this thing is definitely going to come back up. They are both on Solana Art and on Magic Eden. They are also, let's see here, they're also creating a DAO right here, Legions of Guardians. Legions of Guardians will be our DAO, formed by the Guardian holders shortly following the launch. The benefits of joining Legions are countless, and members will be given some of the best benefits in the NFT space. Holding a Guardian makes you a member of the Legions of Guardians. Members of the Legion will receive 85% secondary market royalties. So they're actually going to give 85% back to the group, which I think is really, really great for what they're going to do. For each Guardian held, paid out weekly starting 2 weeks after the mint's complete. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to actually do this. Now, it'd be cool if they actually pay everybody out like they're saying that they're going to do. I think it would be smarter for them to actually create a DAO where they're doing fractional staking and they create a coin and they take that route just for their own protection. But this could be maybe a royalty sharing program. It might fall under some other laws that I'm not aware of. Again, I'm not an attorney and not a financial advisor. So this means that if you hold 5 Guardians, you would get 5x the royalties. Additionally, if you had secured a Launchpad partnership. So that's another thing, is they have a Launchpad with Beneverse. Oh, yeah, okay. They secured a Launchpad partner with Beneverse, and our Legion members are going to get 5% of their mint proceeds. So they're basically sharing because they're using their Launchpad. These guys created actually a phenomenal Launchpad. I loved how easy it was to mint, and it was faster than a lot of these other mints I've seen out there. It actually worked really well. But anyways, Beneverse is another one coming out. So they're basically sharing in the proceeds. And as many partnerships will actually come in, they're going to share on those 5% sort of the launch itself, or of the mint itself will come back into the DAO. I've yet to see exactly how this DAO is going to work, but I like it. So the future, currently we have 4 large updates to the Guardians that will follow shortly after the launch. Background, we have already started to carefully hand make 3D modeled backgrounds to combine with the Guardians. These will be both available to mint, as well as an airdrop to some certain members of the Legions, announced at a later date. So it's kind of cool. They're doing virtual Guardians, currently developing Champions, the battle, some sort of video game it looks like they're kind of building. And then they're also going to do 3D molded into rugged full VR compatible characters. So a lot of cool things that, this project, it seems like that they're in it for the long run. Again, these guys might change their mind, get bored or something like that. I mean, obviously stuff like that happens, but I don't think so. I mean, the precision that they built this website, how well their Launchpad is working, how they want to create partnerships with future people to use their Launchpad that they created. It all seems and looks pretty good. Now let's look at the floor currently. The floor is 0.06. Of course, it does jump up a lot faster from the floor right there. I'd say this floor is actually pretty thin. And there's not very many on Magic Eden yet. So of course, you're not going to see too much volume. But hey, you know what? The volume's not that bad, really, for only launching a couple of days ago. And also the count is low, but it's a thin floor from what I can see. Okay. So it's not far away from where their mint price is. And I think that gives you a lot of opportunity to sort of get in early with these as well. Now, if you go to their Discord channel, we can look in here as well and kind of see, what's going on. You can see what their mint info is. You can get into their roadmap. Let's look at the roadmap a little bit. So what I would do if I were you, I would definitely come in here and join some of these. Look at the roadmaps. I always like to come in and see what their roadmaps are. And I like to see what future announcements that they've come out. And I basically just kind of read off to you what those roadmap plan is. And we should start to see announcements rolling out very, very soon for these. And yeah, so I mean, that's about it on this one. Yeah, so that's about it on this one. Of course, they are doing daily messages out. So like today, they sent out 4 different ones. Let's see. Yeah, today they sent out 4 different messages, came from Yellow. And so, he's just kind of getting everybody going and setting up, letting everybody know what's going on. Also a snapshot for people that can actually participate in some of the rewards that they're doing, and also some daily talks about projects overall, some upcoming calls and stuff like that. They have OG announcements. So a lot of us were OGs that came into this early. I was definitely someone who came into this early, and I like it. Of course, at this point, I'm not doing that well if I were to sell right now at the floor price, but I did cop some with rarity, so I'm pretty sure I could get a lot more than what I'm showing, than what the floor would be currently. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about some of the ones that are up and coming that I'm looking at, as I promised you guys earlier. Okay. So on this one's called Wyverns. I think that's how you pronounce it. Wyverns, something like that. Anyway, basically they're magical dragons. The art looks sick. Everything I like about it. But let's just kind of jump into what their roadmap is, or their FAQs. And I think this will kind of help us. It's definitely coming out soon. They haven't announced a date yet, but you can see that they're going to make 3,500 of these. And I believe that these are going to be like the Genesis holders, like CyberKong Genesis holders at the beginning. What's the primary utility? So each holder of Wyvern will be able to produce 5 breath tokens per day. And of course, the utilities for breath tokens are already established, and we'll be working on contracts, more details regarding utility and further announced post-mint. But again, this is a really cool one that seems like you could earn passive rewards with. When are they going to be minting? So they don't know exactly in the 2nd or 3rd week of November. They haven't exactly made a decision on that just yet. What are the price? That's going to be at 0.05 ETH for the mint. Where will the mint be taking place? It'll be on Ethereum. So there definitely could be some gas wars. The best thing to do is try to get whitelisted for some of these. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to whitelist on this one, but I am going to be keeping an eye on it because I like it a lot. And of course, they're going to try to whitelist a lot of people, mainly in here, and they have a whitelist group right here of already 1,000 people. So it doesn't mean that all of these people are going to mint. A lot of people are probably going to bypass this, and they might not. So currently there's 28,000 people, but I really like how they're kind of, managing this Discord. It just seems like a great project. You can go check that out later. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. Okay, so this next one is called DigiDragonz. And again, this is another cool one. Everybody's kind of copying this digital pixelated video game look. A lot of these are going to turn into video games. A lot of them are buying into the metaverse. A lot of them are being fractionalized DAOs, or just DAOs in general that are going to share in a token. And so here's another one that, again, that just looks cool. The art is really cool. It seems to be dead on. They're doing a pretty good job. There's not that many members yet. I'm not really sure exactly when they're going to launch yet. I don't know if they've announced it yet, but only 9,200 members. That just means that there's a lot of potential for people to get in as a potential whitelister. And so, so they got Dragon Con 2022 in Las Vegas that they're going to be announcing, which is kind of cool. They're actually trying to get people together, which I like that. It's definitely more of a longer form. So DigiKong roadmap Q4, November 20th is when they're going to launch the website. December 5th is going to be the whitelist mint, and December 6th. So they have announced that. We have some time to get in. They're currently just really focusing on growing their group. And again, this is a really cool one. There's something about it. It just has a really good feel. Fire tokens. Each digi will generate passively 5 fire per day. Hatching evolves. So this is kind of cool. It's an evolution. Gen 2 DigiDragonz, and using fire and breeding. February 2022. They're really opening up some of their plans. DigiDragonz VX 10,000 piece collection will come after that, plus Sandbox, of course, in March 2022. Details top secret, unlike anything you've ever seen. Created your own castle and uploading into the metaverse. And then again, they're going to have this thing together with partnerships and a huge roadmap that will be revealed. Again, this one just has really cool sex appeal. I like it. And we're early enough for you guys to go ahead and get in and try to make those whitelisting positions. All right, let's go ahead and look at a couple of more. Okay, so the next one is called IMX Kongz, okay? And this one's on the IMX platform. So it's going to save you money on gas if you're able to get in, okay? And of course, this one is got a roadmap that's just been assigned a few days ago. So phase 1.01 mid November. This will be the Genesis drop. There's only going to be 1,000 of these. 1,000 Genesis will be sold using L1 and L2 immutable X Ethereum network. 990 will be minted at this sell, and 10 legendaries will be sold at auction starting 2 days to generate the sell. Genesis Kongz could be staked to yield tokens daily and several benefits using IMX ecosystem starting Q1 2022. So again, potentially a good long-term hold. This could also be potentially a great flip because to me, this has a good long-term feel to it. Then they got the second phase. So 2 days after the phase 1, 10 legendary Kongs will be auctioned off. That's where you can get access to those. Then mid-December, they'll have the $1 million DAO, the Warrior Kongs drop. And so that's when the Warrior Kongs collection will be minted. And 1 million of these gains will be funding the IMX Kongz DAO. The DAO aims to obtain the original Genesis Cyber Kongs at the live Ethereum L1 and fractionalize it to as a Christmas gift for the community. So again, fractionalize, I like it. It's going to definitely give you the opportunity to yield returns on these and make passive rewards. And then they're going to have breeding starting the next year in Q1. And then also they're going to expand the ecosystem with their IMX Kongs as well. And again, just continuing to build on the DAO, making this a good long-term position. Mint price is going to be at 0.06. Again, I like this one a lot. It's going to save you on it's going to save you gas fees if you can get in early enough on this first Genesis drop. You know, it's one of those things that just it's almost potentially a guarantee. Of course, I don't want to use that word guarantee, but it definitely has that feel, look, taste, and smell to it. Okay, right now they have 23,000 members in here, and so you want to go ahead and find them on the web and make sure that you join their Discord. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk to you about is going to be the IMX Kaijuz. And so basically the IMX Kaijuz are going to be like the Kaiju Kings on Ethereum, but these are going to be on IMX. And again, saving you money on gas fees, which is always great. There's no mint date currently in progress, but again, a lot is planned out for this one, so I do like it a lot. We're bringing the Kaijus to life to open world story mode game, so it's going to have some sort of game, playing your IMX Kaiju NFTs and exploring the pixelated landscape in the land of Kaijus. Whether you're questing, battling, trading for free roaming, there's something for you in the Loke. And progress throughout the storyline, compelling quest, and battling other Kaijus to level up to upgrade the Kaijus. Or if it doesn't tickle your fancy, simply enjoying the beautiful landscape of Loki's to interact with NPCs and start kittening with your Kaijus, home and in-game collectibles. So a lot of cool stuff that's kind of happening with it. I believe they do have a DAO. It looks like I'm not really seeing it here. There's a lot of information kind of just still up in the air with this one, but there's a lot of opportunity again to get in early. There's only 9,000 there, and they are opening up more spots currently for whitelisting. What I'd say with this one before I'd actually like really feel good about making it a call is just get in now. Join the secretnftgroup.com, and usually when we get closer to these things, I let you know what I'm doing, and I let you know that if I'm going to pull out of them for any reason. Okay. All right. So I think that's enough so far for today's Apeing Shill. And so I hope you got a lot out of this. If you like this information so far and you want me to keep doing these every single week, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and hash the subscribe button so you don't ever miss anything. Hit that bell notification icon. Make sure you turn it on. And also share this information. You know, there's other like-minded people like you. They say birds of a feather do flock together. And so like-minded people know like-minded people. So share it with your friends. Not only that, but we also run contests. So currently in the group right now, we are running the Monkette babies. I'm going to be announcing this over the weekend. So, you know, if you watch this past that time, then you've kind of missed out on that. But it's an opportunity. I'm going to give out one of these. I copped 5 of these. They are currently not on a marketplace yet, but they also have that sort of that monkey, that baby monkey and the Monkette feel that has done really well on Solana so far. And so there's a good chance that I think that these could easily go to about 0.5 Solana, which is about 125 bucks if you were to look at it. But I'm doing actively more things to be giving away. So become part of the group and share your knowledge. Share us some things that you have. We have an area called Apeing Shill on here actually where you can share some of the things you're at. Right here it says Apeing Shill. You could click on that and go share some of the projects that you're excited about or that you want me to look at even. I might even include it in this show. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you with that. remember, guys, I am just not your guru crypto punk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just having fun with this. I'm doing lots of research and I'm applying it back and giving the information to the group so you don't have to do all the stuff yourself. And then on top of that, so we can help protect each other from scams out there, because there are tons of scams. I just saw a rug pull the other day. I sniffed it a mile away. I actually told everybody in the group. And then as the closer we got to their launch, I said, guys, this is not looking good. This is looking like a rug pull. I am out. I'm just letting you guys know. And that's kind of how we run it. I might let you know about a project that looks enticing, but then when my senses come to me, I'm like, hey, you know what? This is not looking good. And I let everybody know, hey, this is not looking good. It definitely looks like a rug pull. And guess what? The one was an actual rug pull. So my spidey senses have gotten so much better at this that I want to go ahead and share that with you guys, as long as you're part of the group. On top of that, you get lots of free training. So on the very top here, if you go to where it says SNG training, so Secret NFT Group Training, when you go here, it's all this stuff is free. By the way, I'm hooking you guys up. I'm not charging you anything. A lot of places want to charge you for this information. I'm not. You can go here to sign up for free. You basically can share this link with people you know who could become a member. This is basically what the inside of our membership looks like on our training videos. You can go there, watch our training completely free, and nothing to lose, everything to gain. All right, guys, so I'm going to go and leave you with that. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the next Apeing Shill.